Well, hello. Happy Wednesday. Howdy, folks. The king is here. He is back. I is back. Balatro. Part 5 of this platinum run. Oh, no problem, Whitey. Listening for good, loud Gourd. That's the proper way. That is the way. Alrighty, so... what can we do on this particular fun little run here? I'll tell you one thing we could do is we could go for Speedrunner Trophy, which can be fun. So you try to get you try to beat the ante in 12 rounds or less. What's up, Cannoli? How you doing? Cannoli dealing with some truly intelligent folk at his workplace. Real titans there. I feel for you, dude. It's rough out there sometimes with bloody people. Alright, let's get rid of all that. And oh, looky. Another floosh. Exactly. Where is Thanos? The heck, man. Come on, Thanos. You're needed, don't you say? Oh yeah, since this is a trophy run, I should note that literally immediately after the stream, a trophy popped for me for the number of cards I've played. You get a trophy for playing a total of 2,500 cards over the course of all your playthroughs. So I got that. Probably will be getting the discard one relatively soon as well. That's an interesting card to get right there. Let's see, permanently gain +1 discard for each round. You could buy that now, or we could hold up. Let's see, each played 8 of spades, gives you ×2 multiplier. See, this card's good when you're well into your run, which we're not. At least that's how I take it. That's a good one if I've got more. But, oh well, we don't. I'll take the ice cream. I'll take a delicious ice cream. I rewatched Troy, the director's cut last night. Pretty good. I agree. Troy, the director's cut of Troy is quite good. I like it. How you doing, Israel? You and your schisms. Let's see, creates up to 2 random tarot cards, which I'll do the multiple multipliers, actually. That's probably pretty good. Upgrade the level of the first discarded poker hand each round. Okay. So, we already started upgrading our high card, so we can kind of continue on that path, I suppose. So let's discard this. That'll be good for later on. And then right now we're gonna turn some stuff into multiplier cards. I think that's a swell idea. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Okay, so we'll wait on that. We'll keep that. That's pretty good. Probably shouldn't have bought that because actually I kind of need to buy this. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and purchase this. I had the night to sleep on it. I can confidently say 28 years later was considerably worse than 28 weeks later. I absolutely hated this movie. WTF has Danny Boyle done? You are not the first person to say that to me. Vex watched it yesterday as well and said much the same thing. She said much the same. Said it was a worse movie than Weeks, which I was like, okay, that's shocking, but I'm curious to see for myself. I've been telling people I am waiting on it. I'm not going to watch it until after Truly a Balatro. Absiners, I hope I pronounced that right. Welcome. Hello, hello. But yeah, she kind of agreed with you there. She thought it was pretty terrible. Which is unfortunate to hear. I'm not going to watch it until I have finished my script for my next video. I'm waiting on it. This is interesting. This is very interesting. Okay, so here we go. But yeah, I am curious to see the movie for myself, so I can, you know. I'm glad somebody streamed Balatro. Hey, Balatro, I quite like this game. It is quite cool. Makes sense at all. It's basically Fast and Furious with zombies. Oh, that's unfortunate. Let's see, we got that. Looks like the run is going well. It's an intriguing run thus far. I'm mostly, as far as the goal, aside from I like chatting with the chat. That's always fun. As far as the game goals, I'm hunting trophies, and right now I'm kind of getting through the basic ones. I'm gonna shoot here for beating this in 12 rounds or less. That's the main one I'm looking for. Alright, so the first hand of the round is only one card. Derp-a-derp-a-der. So, first, we will discard to upgrade our high card. And then we will play this and create copies. I've been a bit cold to Balatro ever since I fumbled a 100% win on a purple stake card. Ooh. Yeah, dude, okay, so I wouldn't say I'm totally new to Balatro. I would say I've been playing it for, let's see, it was a free game on PS Plus, I think a couple of months ago. And I've been playing it since then, so I guess about 2 months. I think it's really awesome. I quite like this game. But I am by no means like an expert on this. I have watched a lot of people playing this, and it's pretty cool, all the stuff you can do. But I am still learning some of the ins and outs. But I have played Purple Stakes difficulty, and I have yet to beat Purple Stakes. It is very much annoying me at the moment, trying to get through that. And to Israel's comment, one of the people on EFAP actually liked it. I listened to that guy. From what I can tell, I think he has lower standards. I mean, liking a movie's liking a movie. Whatever. If you like a movie, you like a movie. I don't, generally speaking, have an issue with somebody liking a film. But, I'm playing a Purple Stake run at the moment, in fact. Oh, I really hope it goes well for you, because I know how hard that is. At least, I mean, unless you're one of these people who is just a bloody expert. Alright, so we're gonna discard this. Anti-1, Eternal DNA. Is this a sign? Oh. Alright, so first hand. Okay, well, we can create another polychrome steel. I'm happy to create multiple ones of that. Very nice. I would like to upgrade 2 pairs while I'm doing it, but no big deal. My pair is getting so strong that it probably shouldn't be relevant at this point. And that's worth 1,500. That's not great, actually. This might not go so well now. I probably should be approaching this with a little bit more intelligence. Performances are actually very good, especially the kid. He's got a great career ahead of him. I hope so, for his sake. Let's see, 3 of a kind versus flesh. Well, I don't want to play this card. Although I could, I guess, play it. It's one. Well, it's times 1.5 either way, so it might not matter. Okay, well, hang on. Let's see here. What is our... There's a shot this movie is worse than Minecraft. I find that hard to believe, but I am almost intrigued by this statement now. Because I actually do want to see the movie, because I am a... You know, I don't mind being punished a little bit by bad films. However, I'm not going to watch it and distract myself from the video I'm making now. So I have to wait. Let's see. So we're only getting 55 chips for this card. It's not spectacular. We don't really have a good multiplier right now. How many times? I've played the 2 pairs the most. What kind of video am I making? I'm making a video on Killer of Killers. Predator Killer of Killers, which is an awful film that needs to be called out. The wall ruining runs as usual, yeah. What's up, Jalen? How you doing, man? Good to see ya. Alright, so... I actually don't need to maneuver these at all. I don't know why I'm doing that, but let's see. Let's see, how many times have we played? We played 2 pairs 6 times, so that's a multiplier plus 6. Or we can add the point value and the multiplier of this, which is better, I think. It makes more sense to play this. I don't know if this is going to be enough to win this hand, because this is an extra large blind, but I think this is our best shot, so here we go. Otherwise, we'll just start this run over. Oh, just enough. I actually did not think I was going to win that, so... Cool. Alright. Let's see. We do need to ditch this for something else. Let's go ahead and boost our money. It's free money. It's free real estate. Cheaper rerolls. That's good. Why are people saying Tracy McGrady is on par with Kobe Bryant now? I think he said something that got people talking about it. Because he has comparable stats. But something I pointed out was, I was like, part of the reason I think he had comparable stats is because he was on a much worse team, so he was kind of the entire offense. So if that's the case, then what happens when what happens when you put him on a team with more players? Well, naturally his stats are going to decline. So comparing his stats to Kobe at that point, becomes a moot point. Feed is always by the big blind. Sorry, dude, man. Yeah, I know, that sucks. That sucks. Those big blinds. Said something. Was it Gilbert Arenas? Okay, well, he's not. I mean, that doesn't surprise me, I guess. Let's see. Let's get rid of these. Upgrading the high card. We'll copy this again. Because I am totally down for copying that awesome card. Shop 1 Invisible Joker now. Nice. Kiberney has also said small market teams are bad for the league and nobody cares about those types of teams. I mean, there's sadly a sense in which he's correct about that. I don't think they're bad for the league. I don't agree with that. I think the NBA does a bad job marketing finals that features those teams. The irony, of course, is that he played for a small market team for most of his career, but then again, I mean, maybe that's part of his point. Who knows? I don't generally think he makes much of a point. I think he's kind of a dunce. I think some of his takes are utter cringe. I know there's cards I can definitely pair with these that are so much better. This one actually could be a good one for us. I don't want to kill my multiplier or anything, but it's also weird that I'm not getting a lot of Celestial cards, so might as well play him when I can. I'm gonna hold off on buying that for the moment, though. That's such a good economy card. Increases rank, lucky cards. we'll go planet cards. And good. We got the ones I wanted. Neat. Okay, so this is giving us a +8 on our 2 pairs, which is solid, I guess. I'm gonna ditch this one since it's so finicky. Let's see if we can find something a little better. This is better than what we have, so we'll try to avoid discards. Well, no, that was kind of dumb, actually, because discards are kind of part of the point of what we're doing. It's part of what we're doing right now. But we're only doing it once, so it's not so bad. We're going to skip this. Using Burnt Joker to upgrade high card is certainly a strategy. I've had some pretty solid runs with high card. But I probably should incorporate some other ones as well. But let's see here. We need to get rid of these anyway. Okay. Let's get that. See, there's 34,000 there. Okay, so now we can get rid of some other cards with it, which more or less acts as a discard. LeBron also tried to steal. Yeah, I saw that. Best run I had with a spare Trousers, Hack, Dusk, Ancient Joker, Burnt Joker that got replaced by a blueprint. Interesting. I'm trying to remember what I had a really good run my last stream, I think. I don't remember exactly what I was getting or what I had, but they're on the channel, so they're available to look at, I suppose. I can do this. That's fine. It won, so that's what matters. And we got $10. That's a bit antithetical to what we're doing right now. Still, wow, no Celestial packs. That's wild, man. I do like glass. Glass is good. I'd like to destroy some of these cards for real. Our deck's is gonna get too big after a little while. Maybe we can grab with this. Nah. But we're adding multipliers. We can convert them. Suppose that's not too bad. Nope. Nothing there. It gives a mega standard pack for free. Just add more cards, I suppose. Thank you. And thank you. The holographic Joker would actually be really good right now if I could get that. $1 per card played. Okay, so I actually would like to create that. Multiplier cards. Which one? Or we could just discard a straight, I suppose. We could do that. But who wants to do that? Well, we've already boosted the high card so much. Let's see what we can get out of it. Why not? And we'll add some multiplier to these, because it's fun. There we go. We got 5K for that, so that's pretty cool. And let's see. We could actually convert some of these to hearts. That'd be pretty swell. Could play a flush. I mean, we could beat this with just high cards, to be honest. We could do the whole run with high cards, which probably makes a little bit more sense at this point, so let's do that. just keep boosting this. And that's all the multipliers. There you go. And he says Ironheart is well, it's not the worst MCU film, it's the worst thing they've made, because it's not a film. But yeah, that's what I heard too. And I'm not surprised. I think the trailers look horrendous. Finally, Celestial packs. Thank you. My gosh. We can keep boosting high card. We can incorporate some pair into that, which I'm going to do. I like playing pairs also. Pairs are stronger. Or good when they're stronger. Excuse me. Oh, good. We can destroy stuff. Neat. Nope. Again, I would love a holographic Joker right now. That's a good card. I'll reroll one more time. Ooh. Nah. I mean, we could do something with this. What's that give us? It's slightly... It will immediately be slightly better than this, I guess. Yeah, I kind of agree. It's a bit late for Dagger. I tend to agree. Alright, let's skip. See if we get anything out of this. Let's see. No. Nothing. Skip again. Decrease level. Ugh, I do not like this boss, but let's re-roll it. No repeat hand types. Okay. No problem, Cannoli. I know it's your work hours. Okay, so took a shot at. I don't think he was taking a shot at Oppenheimer. I think he was just making a comparison. I don't think that was a shot at Oppenheimer. Alright, so let's upgrade. I mean, we could upgrade 2 pairs or pairs here. Let's do that. Oh, hello. I just lost a Shop 1 blueprint run because I didn't notice the boss behind debuff. Oh, dang, dude, that sucks. That sucks, man. Alright, we got a copy now of this, which is good, but I don't think high card's gonna be enough. Like, well, we do have this, but we kind of really need to get rid of some of this stuff. So this is still high card. Oh shoot, that's right. No repeat hand type. That's not good. That's not good. Not good. Well, we can play a pair, but I don't think we're gonna make it out of this one. I thought that I saw that Israel, and I thought that was really funny. I was like, yeah, that's not what I'd call him. He has masculinity. Yeah, I don't think we're making it out of this one. I mean, we can play other hands, but this isn't going to well. We're gonna play a flush. Yeah, not a great run, but it's kind of the difficulty of trying the anti-run or the the speedrunner one. The speedrunner's pretty tough, but all the same, everyone wants a piece of page. I mean, in reality, that's not untrue. Technically, that is what studios are seeming to want. GGZ, yeah. Let's see. Let's play this. Man, these rolls are trash. But he's getting cast and everything, so there's a sense in which what they're saying is kind of true. Annoying as it is. Ugh. Well, that was nothing for us. Thank you. Tracy actually said on first take, put me with... Yeah, I saw that. If you don't think I win a ring. And then Stephen A. said, when you're up 3-1 in playoff series, we expect you to win the series. And Tracy said, Kobe never been up 3-1 in a playoff series. Does he think that's a flex? I mean, for one thing, I don't know that that's true, that he's never been up 3-1 in a series. I'd have to look into that, but I'm like, he's never lost a series up 3-1, that's for sure. So, does he think that's a flex? Oh, man, that's funny. That's actually quite funny. Okay, I'm gonna have to step away for just a minute. Give me about a minute or two. I will be right back, y'all. Sorry about that. Right back now. We are here. Okay. Actually, I'm going to start this run over because I'm already annoyed with it. Alright, let's get rid of that. Free Arcana pack, that's pretty solid. Okay, we got a flush. Oh, wait. What am I doing? This is the Arcana pack. I'm retarded. Okay, so I'm all disoriented. Lucky cards, bonus cards. I'll use those and we'll grab a Joker. Not a bad one. That's not a bad Joker. You can use that. Hey, Waylon, what's going on, man? How you doing? The series he was talking about was in 2006 when his starting lineup was Kwame Brown, Swish Parker, Luke Walton, Lamar Odom, who were the 7th seed against the 2 seed Suns. I mean, well, what about that series? I mean, the Lakers won it, so did they not? Okay. Now we got a flush. I didn't even pay attention to the boss blind, but at least we played it right. Lakers lost that series. Okay. I mean, but I still don't get his point. What was his point? It's like, okay, they lost the series. Big whoop. Oh my gosh, they lost the series. How dare they? I was accused of quitting? Okay. Jacob Ironside, what's going on, man? Jacob, no lag Ironside. They lost, but them being up 3-1 was a miracle. They were supposed to lose. Alright, we can add some luck there. Oh, wait, hang on. Destroy 5 cards or destroy 1. Well, first off, let's do some boosting. We might lose one of these, but whatever, it's fine. We didn't lose them, and we got a lot of glass there. Which sounds a bit druggy, now that I think about it, but whatever, it's fine. I mean, I don't see how that works in his favor. Exactly, Jacob, no lag. And dude, your stream flowed so nicely by comparison. I mean, I always enjoy being on your streams regardless, but the quality was like significantly higher just on that factor alone. I was like, dang, this is really flowing nicely. It broke, dang it. That Kobe is considered a great, but he had help in his career and he lost a major. But here's my problem with what Tracy's saying. If you have, because I don't believe that's his point. His point is he's trying to elevate himself, and he's trying to do it at someone else's expense, which you never should do. If your point is, look, I didn't have a lot of help, I'm like, okay, I think that's perfectly fair. There's nothing unfair about that statement. Go ahead. It's like, say it all day. It's like, yeah, you didn't have help. I think that's an accurate statement to make. But if you're trying to elevate yourself at someone else's expense, you're just coming off like an idiot, like you're jealous. Like, that's not a good look. Ooh, this is good. What he left out was that after Kobe went to 3 straight NBA Finals and won 2, Tracy would never won a playoff series. Yeah, I'm like, and that's the other thing. Kobe's not the guy to compare yourself to. He's just not. I know you had statistics during the regular season that were similar, but what the heck do those matter if you don't have the results? Simple answer, they don't. It's like, again, say all day long that you didn't have help, but don't do it at someone else's expense. You just make yourself look bad. Alright, now what? Add a red seal, or add another effect. I like red seal, but we don't have anything that... Oh yeah, Kobe was definitely the better defender. Absolutely. 100%. Start with 0 discards, that's fine. Okay, so check. Let's see. Flushes are only level 2, but let's see what we can do. First, let's convert this to stone. Turn it all into stone. I completely agree, Waylon. Like, I do think Tracy's got, if he wants to make the case that he was undervalued, underrated, all that, I'm like, you don't have to sell me on that. I do agree that he was an undervalued player. But, again, it's like, if you've got the only way you can elevate yourself is by tearing someone else down, you've lost me. Alright. Hopefully this doesn't shatter, because I like my glass cards. Here we go. Cool, cool, cool. Solid start. Solid start. We got some money. We got some stuff. Oh, yeah. Alright. we can use Supernova for now. I remember when I first started playing this game, I used to love that card because I thought, oh, it's so cool, it does so much good stuff, but it's not really that great a card. I mean, it's fine, it's not a bad card, it's good for early on, but that's kind of all it's good for, is early on. One of those cards you can easily get overly attached to and overvalue. Let's ditch R3. Or we could turn something into a wild card, I guess, which... because we have more diamonds than anything right now, and that's not a bad thing. So we'll convert this to a wild card. So that's as good as a diamond. +3 hand size next round. I like having bigger hands. We'll play this round. It's not a lot of value otherwise. 6, 7, 8. There we go. I was hoping to draw an ace. And we'll get this out of the way. Dang it. Oh wait, why was I thinking this was the ace card? It's 10-4 is what... Idiot. It's my own dumb fault. But we have it still. We have it. There we go. That's what I wanted to play. I don't know why I was thinking the walkie-talkie was like the ace card. That was just... bad memory. Yeah, because we're using 2 pair a lot. We'll go ahead and do that. Base chips have been halved. That sucks, but it's not untenable. We do need to get some better ones, though. So let's get rid of this. Ooh, hello. What do I think of KD to the Rockets? I mean, it's an interesting move, but I think Houston gave up way too much for a 37-year-old. I think they gave up way too much. I would not have done that. That is not a lot for a full house. Oh, we have 4 of a kind just sitting here. How about that? Do you think they can win the West? I'm gonna press X to doubt on that one. I'm not gonna say they can't, but I wouldn't have high hopes for that if I were a Rockets fan. I really wouldn't. Okay, let's see. These we can turn to those because we got a flush. Okay, we got a shot, but it's iffy at the moment. Okay, that's possible. I mean, like, to me, it's like, the problem with betting on Houston is Oklahoma City is still right there. So you would kind of need Oklahoma City to be dealing with injuries if you really want a shot. They're not going to beat the Thunder straight up. It's just not going to happen. They don't have that team. But, you know, if they are in a situation where they're, you know, Oklahoma City's lost a key piece or something like that, you know, Minnesota's a bit fraudulent. I mean, I don't know if I'd go so far as to call them fraudulent. It's just, they don't have enough yet. Okay, that's an extra large blind. We are not really ready for that. So let's see what we get out of the market, as it were. be something to utilize. Perhaps... Actually, let me... Should I keep my 10 and my 4? I mean, these are only really good if there's a pair of them both, so... We'll keep the 10. We'll ditch the 9. We'll ditch... Okay, let's see what happens. Alright, for now we get this. Okay, a solid hand. Solid hand. That's pretty good. Alright, so we'll get out of this, but... And there we go. We need some, we definitely need some multiplier. Yeah. That could be good. This could be good. I'll sell that. I'll take this. We don't want to rest on that as a absolute. This is pretty good. That's actually already better than this. I know Gourd's opponent, small hands, really small hands, terrible weak limp hands. These cards feel like they've been dipped in water. What a Right? Right? Alright, so face cards. This, I mean, these actually are helping us right now, so... Are you doing Marco Rubio? What's going on, Blue? How you doing, man? I'm trying to decide what I should sell. I'll keep that. Don't need any of the other ones. It's going... Yeah, I've heard that rumor that she's in a Sound of Music remake because apparently they think she can sing. I have no idea personally. I've never really listened to her sing. But yeah, it's Disney. Do you expect Disney to do something smart? Alright, so we need kings. We need all kinds of stuff. Not really worried about 10s that much anymore, but yeah. Okay, so there's a king. That's good. Let's get rid of this. Okay, there's a little something here, perhaps. You got a little something to get us out of a potential pinch. Let's do this. Okay, that was a solid hand. That's solid. Jimmy John just reviewed Megan 2. I'm looking forward to talking about it with Nadi tomorrow. Nice. I'm seeing a lot of early takes on the new Jurassic film as well. Been seeing a lot of those. I probably should have kept a 10 because that way I could do something with this. Because right now we're out of discards, which kind of really sucks. Excuse me. So... we'll high card this, which probably isn't going to help us too much, but yeah, it doesn't do much for us. But we did get another king, so that's good. At least we're getting a little bit more help here, plus we can use this. F1 is looking good. I hope it's good, because I really want that one to work. Dang. Alright, instead of going for the... one with for the speed run, which is probably a lot easier if I've got more jokers on those, we're going to do no rerolls. That's going to be the trophy I go for. No rerolls. No rerolls in the shop. We'll do that. can't wait for F1. Yeah, F1 looks pretty cool. I think it looks good. By the way, if you go over to Critic List, you can see what I think of the Big Short. Which is, well, I mean, I can tell you a little bit of what I think of it now, because I've seen it several times. I mean, it's been around for like 10 years. It's a good movie, worth checking out. Whether you agree with the conclusions of the movie or not, it's a good movie. I enjoy it. Yeah, it's a very interesting film. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Didn't work. We can convert those to diamonds though. I'm intrigued by this because free is always good, and we're gonna do it. Free is good. Spades are debuffed. So let's just start converting stuff to diamonds. Let's go for a diamond run. Why not? Three of a kind should get us through. Yeah, it will. The math was right there in front of me. Of course it did. 30 times 3, that's 90. We need less than 90, so obviously. And now we've got free cards! Sure. If we're going diamonds, flush makes sense. In the short term, at the very least, lucky cards. We're gonna convert all these anyway, so... Star Wars... Is Star Wars going to be corn now that Dakota Johnson is not going to be in it? I mean, she's done more than just, like, movies where she's gotten naked. I mean, pretty sure the only movie she's known for getting naked in is probably, those 50 Shades movie. And do you forget that she also gave us the cinematic masterpiece that is Madam Web? Did you forget that already? How dare you? Give the woman her due. My gosh. Blood Diamond, possibly those. I have mixed feelings on Blood Diamond. Like, I'm not sure, like, I guess because I'm not that familiar with the South African accent, I don't know if that was a good accent or not. So, I've never known exactly what to think of it. I remember liking the movie, but I only watched it once. I only watched it the one time. Oh yeah, I forgot discards are bad in this, like this multiplier, but whatever. We'll get rid of it at some point anyway, so who cares? He's from Rhodesia. Is he Rhodesia? Oh, okay, well, even worse, I don't know. I know even less about the Rhodesian accent. I do like the movie, though. It was a good movie. I just don't remember it very well. Okay. I have no idea if this is good or bad, but whatever. We'll play it. That's what I wanted. That is what I wanted. Hello. Could be good. What the heck is Madam Web? Dude, you haven't seen Madam Web? Oh. Oh. Thou'st wounded me. How can you not have experienced the cinematic magic that is Madam Web? What's wrong with you? My gosh. I've got some options here. Let's do this. Not great. Not the one I wanted. But can I buy this? That I'll take. Madam Web was a masterpiece, right? It so was. Let's make a copy. Well, hang on. We got other lucky cards too, which I would probably rather copy. There we go. Let's see. We've got 3 hearts. Can land anymore? Nope, but we got the pairs. There's no Velocipass so better than Saber Crown or Godfather. I mean, I would say that's objectively true. Kobe had 3 rings. Y'all wasn't treating him like a 3-ring player. Y'all was treating him like a sidekick, like a Pippin. I think Gilbert is not remembering history very well, because I remember very distinctly that when Kobe and Shaq were together, he was not treated like Scottie Pippen. There were people already wondering at that point if Kobe, because he played so much like MJ, was going to pass Jordan in rings. That discussion was happening while Shaq was there. So Gilbert is wrong, objectively. I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna take that instead. Remember, no rerolls. Rerolls bad. We don't do rerolls on this. Alright, so I'll play that and get a copy. Hey-o! That Kobe was carried by a Shaq is so incredibly wrong. I couldn't believe it when I realized I was lied to about that. I mean, there was a time period when yeah, Shaq was the best of those 2 players on that team. That's not incorrect to say that, but the idea that he was carried is just false. Like that's just not true. So a video of a young Shaq on the Lakers saying it's easy when you play with the best of all. Yeah, I mean, even Shaq was at the time calling Kobe the best player on their team. It's just people rewriting history. It's insane. Hello. Oh, hello. If her Chandler has a single 6, oh my gosh, this actually could pair really nicely with DNA. Because we could do this endlessly with these 2 paired up. There's some potential with this. Let me tell ya. So we're going to get rid of that. We're going to take this. We'll put those side by side. I'm not going to pair these again. We didn't do well with that. Plus, I don't want to get rid of anything right now. Alright. We have potential, y'all. Okay, so we can convert some more cards to diamonds. Scap Attack proves Kobe was a side-only that first championship, but in the other 2, it was Batman and Superman teamed up rather than Batman and Robin. Yeah, and I completely agree with him on that. I think he is absolutely correct about that. That's just, people are really trying to swing that narrative as though Kobe was always second to Shaq, and it's like, that's just not true. It's not true. That is not how it was. Alright, so And look at that, we've got a 6 already. And we can copy it. We get a multiplier. I didn't even think about the fact this also had a multiplier attached to it. And look at that. We can add foil to a selected card. Ho ho ho! This is nice. This could be nice. If we play our cards right. Pun. This could be good. Let's get rid of that. We'll just play our 2 pairs first. I'd like to play the, I don't know, face card. Yeah. Hang on, let's get rid of these. That's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, I probably should have put the jack up front, but whatever. We won the hand either way, it's fine. We're gonna have to get rid of the noodles once we get a stronger multiplier, but that's a good one for now. It's a good one for now. Up our seed money. We'll need better scoring soon, but solid run so far. Oh, hello. There we go. What do we get? Create 2 copies of a card in your hand. Oh! I'm gonna go ahead and play this. Just get rid of it. I need some better scoring here in a sec. I'm super serious. I'm cereal. That sounds like a line from Life is Strange. Dang, not one of those played up to luck, but whatever, we got enough for it, but still, wow. That was cray. That was cray, y'all. Wild card, up to 2 cards, yep. We'll triple dip on that one. Boss bunch, $25. Well, we just play it. Convert to clubs. Let's see. And then one of these can be a glass card. Turn the king into a glass card, I suppose. I'm gonna ditch the 2. I know it's a pair, but who cares? I was kind of hoping we'd get another 6 so we can mess around with it, but nope, no 6. No biggie, no biggie. There is a 6, but it doesn't do us as much good now. Almost there. We definitely can upgrade things like 4 of a kind and straight flush, things like that now. Those make a lot more sense now. That's a plus 17 and a plus 7. That's actually pretty good. I've dated my fair share of 6s. Aw. I'll buy that, sure. Just to see if there's anything better there, which there isn't. First hand is drawn face down. Well, that doesn't help us. Actually, I probably should discard from this side in case there's a 6. Looks like there's probably some face cards in here. And there's definitely an ace in there. We're gonna put this ahead of it all just to see. There we go. A little something fun. Yeah. Alright. Okay. Nothing there that I want to use. Also, I just realized that review I did today on Criticalist, that was the 200th review I've done on that site. Wow. Look at that. We've got a... Look at this. 7, 8, 9, 10. Jack, Queen, King, Ace. Like, is there such a thing as an 8-card straight? Because I could totally do that right here. Isn't that flashy? I feel guilty. I defeated a small blind. I know I want to take the Hanging Chad. The question is, what do I replace? Because like I said, I don't want to stop doing this shit. I haven't had that many opportunities. Ramen's gonna run out. But this is just common. It's plus 24. It's gonna go down here with this, because I think, let's see, that's plus 3. How much is this card? This card I'm assuming is worth 2. So this is gonna go down by 1 at least. But over time that's gonna go down more. So we'll sell this. I'll put that there. Okay. Just for now. See what happens. So one card I could pair with this eventually that would be pretty cool. It like ups the value of your jokers with every turn, so that pairs well with this. I mean, granted, it's more of an early game strategy, but you know, I'm just saying. Just bringing it up for fun. Just got the front and backyard mode and weed eater. The whole 60 and 80% humidity is a kill. Man, yeah. I know what you mean, man. It's killer out there right now. Why can't grass like only grow during seasons like fall? What the heck? Okay, we can actually play this now. They're in record numbers. Well, good. I'm glad to hear they are. It's like, good, please keep leaving. Create a copy of a random Joker and destroy all your other Jokers. Like, good early in the game. I don't know if I want to do that now, because you don't even know which one it'll do that for, but at least I know now. Hopefully they flee to... That'd be quite the fall. There we go. Nice solid hand there. 3 of a kind is good to keep up. That's a good one. Wild card. What are we at? 56 cards in our deck. It's not bad. Glass. More 3 of a kind. Kind of feeling like bonus cards should probably be what we do. Okay. Hearts are debuffed. What's this? Converts all card to a single random suit. Okay, this could actually be something really good or really bad for this hand, so we're going to save that. We'll save that, because that actually could go sideways for this hand, because all of the hearts are debuffed, and if we drew a if that turned them all to hearts, then that would suck. I don't want that. Okay, we definitely need some face cards. Not the ones I was looking for, but... that's annoying. Very annoying. All we have right now is a pair. So... I'll try to get rid of stuff. Yeah, and not one of them hit. Dang it. Okay, that's a little bit better. At least have a shot now. There we go. That we can hit that on at least, so that's better. There we go. There we go. Good, good, good. Play that. Okay, now we'll use this. And looky. It's all spades. Look at that. Good solid hand there. Hello. What do we got? Add polychrome, destroy all jokers. I don't want to destroy all my jokers though. Copy, destroy all jokers. Also not what I want to do. Like, this is good if you really only have one joker you want to keep. At the moment, that's not what I want to do. Though I obviously could be very specific about which one. It's the destroy them all thing that I don't like, though. Get rid of that. Hello. I'll play this. Oh, goody. This actually does help. Add foil, holographic, or polychrome. Very nice. Definitely worth doing. See, there we go. Now we can get some bigger hands going. I probably should not just do the sixes. That's one thing I'm not thinking much about. Hello. This actually could be quite good as well. You could do something with that. Because this pairs well with DNA. Yeah. I am going to buy that. Because if you don't draw a 6, you can always just copy something. I wonder if it copies if it's debuffed, though. That I'm not sure. But this is only, let's see, this is a holographic lucky card. Will that still copy? Because I could just go ahead and make a bonus. I'm actually not sure. It's debuffed, so I tend to think it wouldn't work. We'll play this. Alright. Let's go ahead and play this. I'm curious what we'll get out of this. Yeah, see, 20k. That's good. That's a good hand. we should probably actually hang on to the 7s. Nope. No, well, and now we got 3 of them, so that's actually quite good. That's what I'm talking about. And we're gonna ditch... We'll destroy a 5. Why not? It's not gonna hurt us. Two pair is much better at the moment. I think that's actually probably will win us this hand. Yep! We did that. Social Network Part 2 is in the works. It's set to write and direct unknown. Just as we'll return as like, that's interesting. And Aaron's like, at first I was like, well, if David Fincher's not directing, but then I'm like, well, wait a minute. Aaron Sorkin, I don't know how many films he's directed, but I did see Molly's Game, and Molly's Game was actually really good. Molly's Game is a pretty dang good movie. I was thinking about selling this for that, but it's that 1.5 multiplier that stops me in my tracks. That's only worth $1. That's only worth a whole dollar. So we'll turn that into a gold. Whew, excuse me. Destroy 5, gain 20. That actually is very tempting to do. There's 5 cards, there's 3 cards here I don't want to destroy, so I'm a bit hesitant. Pair is worth level 4. Let's see what happens with this card. Let's not just willy-nilly do it. Okay, see, now we're talking. Now we're talking. No need to immolate just yet. It's kind of sad how many people could benefit from that advice. No need to immolate just yet. Boost Uranus. Play only one hand for the needle. I think I can get through that one. Let's convert these into bonuses. Oh, we can add polychrome to another one. Sweet. I actually think we probably should do it to the king. Yeah. Whew, that's a good hand. That's a good size hand right there. That's a solid card. Don't really need it. Iran was forced to admit their news sites were destroyed. Interesting. After CNN lied? What did CNN say? Bill the Butcher versus Dutch Vanderlyn? I mean, if they're going one-on-one, I'm picking Bill the Butcher in combat. I mean, assuming that it's a fair fight. I mean, I guess Dutch, if he has a gun, then it's a little different, but still. Okay, so I can only play one hand. So this is out of the picture at the moment. I have the pair right in front of me, so if I get another king, I mean, I'm home free. This I don't need. This I don't need. Don't need this. That's okay. This is what I wanted. Just to be certain. $419 grand for that. Booyah! That is one kill a hand, y'all. Look at that. Money. Says we need to ban. Who is Zoran? Is that the guy who just got elected in New York? Okay, I'm okay with destroying 5 of these. Okay, that's worth 20. Yeah, let's get money. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, coming from that commie POS. Oh, look, and there's a negative joker right there. But first, we can create a copy. This is lucky and holographic. Oh my gosh, that card by itself won the hand. Money, please. We're about to get a negative joker too. More money. No rerolls. I'll take that. One random joker disabled every hand. Well, if it's that one, that's okay. I can live with that. Now. Yeah, that's kind of goes to show what all of them are worth and not worth. Alright, so we'll ditch these. Okay, the DNA card's the one. I am okay with that. I've already utilized. I'm gonna utilize. So let's see. We got luck. We got yeah. Okay. This should win the hand. Ta-da! You get what you get. We got the trophy. No rerolls. Let's see. It's 120.52. We got the trophy, y'all. We got the trophy. We'll call it, 120.5, I guess. Alright. I'll go to endless mode. Fun! It's not discovered, so not necessarily a bad card to get, but where's our negative joker? Although now we can re-roll the shop. Ditch that. Or get that, I mean. Nope, nothing there. There we are. Not a great card to have your negative slot, but it's better than nothing, I suppose. I suppose. There's something to it. Oh, I forgot to do the DNA. Whoops. Whoopsie-daisy. Could have boosted our multipliers. You win either way, but it's still good to boost the multipliers. Let's start upping pair. We'll sell that. Actually, we've got good 8s, so let's do that. And then we'll create a copy of our king. There we go. Not a bad little hand there. Alright. That should win it. No problem. By the way, y'all, I found out on YouTube that, or with a notification of YouTube, that we're basically upon my 3-year anniversary on the platform, so fun. Not reading the Tombstone script. Nice. Nice. I'm hoping that maybe next week my Killers video will be ready. And I can use that, kind of do that as the anniversary thing, but I'll probably do something. I'll do something. Something. Yep, coming upon 3 years. Let's see. This is worth 1.5, so eh. What's this got us? Destroy 1 card. Or have you won the internet yet? I feel like I should have at this point, I don't know what the internet's waiting on giving me my prize, but they're stalling, and I don't appreciate it. There's a good size hand. Hello, Spectral Pack, and +1 hand size, also good. Add a blue. Blues are good. I like blue. Enhance. Let's see. Destroy 1 random card in your hand. Add 2 random enhanced aces. No. Let's see. I'm gonna add the blue to the jack. I like Blue Seal. Blue Seal's a good card. Wow. Wow, no face cards on that draw. That's not normal. But okay. Tombstone is a bunch of character writing with some montages. It's dang enjoyable. It's an enjoyable film. I like. I should have put the 7 in front for the lucky card. Wow, nothing for that. Interesting. Let's see, that's times 1.5, so that's definitely going first. It's good fiction. Exactly. Tombstone is fun fiction. It's fun old fiction. There we go. Nice hand there. Do you feel the power of my hand? Oh, look at that. I got foil over our hologram Joker. So that's cool. Oh, hello. A legendary Joker has suddenly emerged. Whatever could this be? I'm gonna get rid of that. Let's see what this gives us. Oh. A holographic canoe. I don't take it at all as what really happened. I take it as Kurt Russell is awesome and Val shined. Yeah, exactly. Whatever. I take it even more. See, I take it as more literal than anyone's supposed to take it. I take it as Kurt Russell literally avenged Bill Paxton and Sam Elliott by killing a bunch of cowboys. Like over 100 years ago. That's how I take it. I think that's the proper way to view history. Let's play... What do we play as our DNA? I figure we gotta play this. The Lucky Holographic. Yeah. Canio is kind of like... If we could get the right Joker to go with it, that could be great, but... It's not gonna help us much now. T1 or T2? I personally think T2 is better. Everyone forgets Michael Biehn. I know Michael Bihn's the guy he killed, but I was like, I didn't want to indulge too much in enjoying the idea of him and Powers Booth getting killed, so I just called them cowboys. I was being kind of diplomatic there. Okay. That's not great. Kind of need something to pair up. Oh, interesting. A 4 of a kind. It's the most hostile view towards the rest of the cast. Really? Interesting. There we go. We made it. You guys, we made it. We got out of the ante. Yeah, right now this is more or less even with the spectral card, it seems. It's not killing us. Not bad necessarily either. Add polychrome, destroy the jokers. We don't want to do that. There we go. Arcanio just, boom, went up. That's good. Alright. Most played poker. No. I'll take that. That doesn't help us. Playing 2 pairs sets money to 0. Ugh, we're re-rolling that because 2 pairs are bread and butter right now. All face cards are drawn face down. Okay. Okay. Fine. You wanna freaking be that way? That's fine. Bloody racist. Let's see what this does. That's still pretty good. Yeah. Haha, couldn't keep me down, the Mark. Oh, hi, the Mark. What's the name of the boss? I'll buy a lucky card. That's good. The Riddle of Steel. Wow, that's not a great one. Hosty, what's going on, man? How you doing? Gold, multiplier, 4 of a kind. I'll take that. Increase rank, that actually could be helpful. And enhance the lucky cards. I wish I had another. I wish I had the extra slot. Oh well. Actually, we're starting to get to the hard ones. Still sick. Oh man, that sucks. Sorry to hear that, man. Get better already. What are you waiting for? Jeez. Gosh. Why does Hosty want to stay sick? What the heck? Let's see. We can increase the rank of some of these cards. I'm not going to increase that to an ace. That's retarded. But that can go to a face card. And then we can play this. Let's see what happens there. Yeah, with hands this large, it's probably not. This is probably what's going to do us in anyway, but I didn't think we had much of a shot to begin with these. Aces aren't going to help us much. We almost kind of have to have face cards at this point. Well, 4 of a kind with the glass could be... Actually, this is 5 of a kind. Well, the 4 is much better at the moment. So... hang on. Let's boost those to luck. I don't think we're going to win this hand, but... yeah. The cards are just not quite enough at the moment. Okay, that's a little something. Still don't think it's going to be enough. Yep, that's not nearly enough. Not nearly enough. So I don't think we're going to make it out of this one. Vex, I don't know. I heard you got mauled by a reindeer. I think he's messing with you. Alright, so we got that trophy. Oh, gosh. Yeah, Hosey, I was just telling people I'm about to have my 3-year anniversary on YouTube. It might have technically even passed already, but, you know, we're at it, more or less. I'll probably do like a 3-year anniversary stream or something. Alright, so now we're on Black Stake difficulty, so we might be able to get the Black Stake trophy. Let's try that. That'll be the last thing we tried. I got mauled by a Wumbus. Oh, man. Not the Wumbus. Who's letting Wumbai into the country? Don't they understand how dangerous that is? The Wumbai come in, they start stealing our jobs, they start mauling our women, and Hosty. What the heck? Should have been that Logan already. Gosh, it feels like maybe 2 at the most. I know you meant long, but I thought it was just funny to read it. Has it truly been that Logan? Logan means long. Which in a way that's kind of fitting since Logan is, you know, kind of immortal. What else? Biden passed pro-Wumbus legend. Oh, you know, I would have initially guessed Obama, but, you know, that makes sense. Let's see, you so why, thank you. That's what the ladies love about me, you know? It is. It's so Logan, it's a bit of a problem. It's like 28 years later, Logan. 28 years later is pretty Logan from what I've heard. Yeah, that's true, Hosey. Didn't we allege we found Wumbus over in Iraq? Wasn't what that was all about? They were like, we think we've discovered Wumbus over in Iraq. It's true. It's true. They do. It's a problem. "28 years is a..." Alright. That's a good one. Well, decent, I guess. Not great. I don't know about great, but... Okay, full house. I figure we gotta be getting close to that discard 2,500 cards. Bloody hell. Come on, game. Give me something. Work with me, y'all. It's a little bit, but it's not great. If we're trying to get 600. We got one hand left, and we still need a decent sized one. So let's make my suit. We only need one heart. You know, which is pretty true of most people. People tend to only need one heart. Believe it or not. I don't think 2 pairs will get us enough. Okay, I think this will hold us over. Alright, there we go. Now it's close. Seems the Celestial cards is kind of our best bet both times. Although, bonus cards actually... I'm gonna go bonus cards. Those are good. I'm definitely gonna get that negative spot for the Joker. That's good. Alright, let's sort by suit is already done. But we've got a straight right out of the gate. So we're good. Mamdani vows to knock down World Trade Center to build more affordable housing. Bumblebee. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty dang good. Not gonna lie. That is a clever joke. Increase ranks. Sure. We're not going to play this, but we're going to discard it. All heart cards are currently debuffed. Very hard when you said Prophet Muhammad was a goat. Yeah. Okay, gosh, we got a lot of heart cards that are kind of in the way at the moment. That's better. That's much better. Thank you, game. But we're not in great shape, to be honest. I didn't really pay much attention to the blind. I should have had multipliers already stacked up, so we're actually kind of in trouble. But we're not even at 2 hours, so that's not too bad. That's okay. We'll just keep going. They can't stop me. Wow, I got no clubs out of that, but I did get 4 of a kind. Little something. Doctor Who and Klingons have 2 hearts. Yeah, that's why. No, that's probably why they suck. That's probably that explains a lot. Actually, Klingons might be okay, or maybe they used to be, but it turned them the wrong way. We know that. Star Trek's just gone the wrong way. Yeah, this run's boned, so I'll have to start again. What is your least favorite Western? Ooh, oh, I thought that would be hard to think about, but that actually, I was remembering, then I quickly remembered what is quite possibly my least favorite adaptation of all time of a great book, All the Pretty Horses. A phenomenal Cormac McCarthy book, and they completely botched it. Kind of spit on. As far as I'm concerned, they spit on it. I was like, wow, you all really did not understand what was great about this book. It's like, let's adapt a coming-of-age story, but take out the coming-of-age part, and make it Matt Damon and Penelope Cruz who are in like their 30s. Yeah, that's a great idea. Great idea. Top notch. Yeah, I freaking hate that movie. Is Billy Bob Thornton a good director? I don't know. I don't know what else he's directed. I know that All the Pretty Horses got edited down severely. But, so it's possible there's a better version of that film. But I still would have I mean, look, it's, like, objectively, whether it adapted it correctly or not, it could still be a good movie. So it's possible the larger version of the movie that got edited down might very well be good. But, it would still be without the coming-of-age element because the actors are too old. Like, the main character is like 17 years old. And that's kind of a huge... And his youth is kind of a huge component of the story. And the girl he falls... Or I take that back. I think he's actually 16 years old, and the girl's like somewhere between like 17 and 19, I think. And the coming-of-age element is kind of a huge component. It's a pretty big component of the story. So you lose that by casting, actors who are in their late 20s, early 30s. You're saying Matt Damon can't portray a Texan? Well, I mean, I know he can portray a Texan. He did a good job in Ford v Ferrari. Acting's not really the movie's problem, from what I recall. It's everything else. Must play 5. Okay. Yeah, I remember watching that movie, kind of knowing it probably wasn't going to be good, but being severely annoyed by it when it was over. I was like, did y'all really do that to this story? Really? What's Jacob say? His least favorite is Quick and the Dead. I've never watched that movie. I've never watched Quick and the Dead. I've always heard mixed things about it. There are some people who really like it, and there are some people who really hate it. I have no idea what I would think of it. So Air Force One, I heard some say it's underrated. Well, those people are wrong. Air Force One is many things. Underrated ain't one of those things. It ain't underrated. Air Force One has a dumb but entertaining first hour and an absolutely awful last 40-50 minutes. I was kind of amazed by the end of it that people hold it in relatively high regard, because I was like, guys, this ain't a good movie. I hate to tell you, it's not a good movie. It's a movie called Sling Blade. I've heard Sling Blade is really good, so yeah. All the pretty horses, it may not be really his fault, but yeah. It sounds like Harrison Ford, Fast and Furious. No, it's not that kind of movie. Air Force One's it has a solid premise, like as far as like a kind of a dumb fun action movie. Yeah, it's kind of Die Hard. Yeah, it's Die Hard on a plane, but worse. Like, way worse. I wouldn't even say worse, because worse would almost imply that Die Hard's not good. And that's not what Waylon's saying, I'm sure of that, but it's Die Hard on a plane, but bad, is what I would say. It's Die Hard's special needs cousin. That's another good way of putting it. That's not a bad way of putting it. But yeah, I was... Because I know some of y'all have seen it. I know some of y'all haven't. Are being spoiled? Because I can tell you all what it is. Kind of close to... Die Hard is dang near perfect as far as action movies go. Die Hard is just glorious. But if you haven't seen it, are you against the idea of having the problem with the movie spoiled? Because I don't want to, because it's like, if you want to see it and you don't want anything spoiled and you want to find out for yourself, that's totally fine. I don't want to take that away from you. But if you're okay with it, I'll tell you. Let's see. Let's see. We got 4 of these, so we're gonna high card this, just get it out of there. And now a floosh. Okay. Spoil it like milk. Well, you sounded like you've seen it, so I was more wondering about, like, Israel, I know, is in the chat, and I don't think he's seen it. So I was curious if he was okay with the idea of it being spoiled. Because he may just want to see it for himself and find out, but if he's cool with the idea of it being spoiled, I'll just tell him. I know, Waylon, that's what I'm saying. You sounded like you have seen it, so I'm like, I'm not worried about spoiling it for you. I was more worried about spoiling it for someone else, yeah. Let's see. We got the chicks, and let's... No 28 years later. Yeah, spoiling Air Force One. I can't spoil 28 years later. I haven't seen that. Box office brawler. What's going on? Or, as we established in yesterday's stream, if he cries during a movie, box office baller. I wonder if Box Office Brawler has seen Air Force One, what he thinks of it. Because I was just telling them, Brawler, that I saw Air Force One for the first time recently, and I think it's a bad movie. I actually think it's quite dumb, to be perfectly honest. And I think that the president at the end of the movie would have been impeached. I think he kind of kills his own character at the like kills like the character of his character near the end of the movie. I was kind of blown away that people actually think that movie's good. Okay, no problem, Israel. I will. Don't listen to haters. Gourd 28 years later is great. Oh, Brawler. See, the thing is, it's about whose opinion I trust. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to watch the movie and decide for myself regardless. I will do that anyway. But based on who I've listened to talk about it and what they've said, I'm inclined to think that it's probably a bad movie. Who's the lead in Air Force One? Harrison Ford. Movie came out in 96, 97. So close your ears if you don't want it spoiled, because I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you what's wrong with it. At least the big problem with it. Or doesn't trust my opinions. You're young. That's the thing. You're young. Young people in general, I don't trust their opinions. I agree with them sometimes, but without knowing the why, I'm like, nah, I'm not trusting your opinion. We'll just hope we align. But, Air Force One is gay. So here's the problem with Air Force One. So, okay. So, the very beginning of the movie, you see this kind of Black Ops mission that the United States is carrying out, where they... I think these are Kazakhs. It's basically they're trying to clean up Russia, and there's like a war between like kind of a more capitalistic side of Russia, and how dare you say that about Dancing with Wolves? That's a good movie. And an ultra-nationalist side of Russia, who is much more, communist. So, and so basically they have this mission, they're successful, all great news. Oh crap, what did I even play? I didn't even see what I played. Put only one hand type this round. Well, what did I play? Oh shoot, I'm in trouble now. I think I played this straight, but okay. Anywho, we'll see what happens. Anyway, so they have the summit, they're celebrating victory, but Harrison Ford, who plays the President of the United States, gets up in front of everybody and says pretty much that, great as this is, we probably shouldn't be celebrating because we did it too late. It's like we were too late. Too many people, I think they said something like 200,000 people died. We did not do this fast enough. And he said, our commitment, he goes, our commitment now, it's like, we're not going to negotiate with terrorists, blah, blah, blah. Echoing a lot of sentiments that we've always, had as a country, but basically saying, we're going to do this, we're going to be faster about this kind of thing from here on. And I'm like, okay, so he's uncompromising. He sounds like, he's a tough, he's very much an idealist version of a president. He's not especially, realistic. But all the same, it's like there's a part of you, it's like, okay, if we had a president like that, that'd be kind of cool, right? But he's very clear about this idea that they will, they're not going to negotiate with terrorists. It's like, okay, cool, sounds good. So for the first hour of the movie, now granted, the way the plot starts to unfold is pretty dumb. The fact that Gary Oldman and all them ever get onto that plane is pretty ridiculous. Doesn't make a lick of sense that they would be able to get on that plane. But all the same, it's still entertaining, and there is some solid character work. And they even put Harrison Ford in a position where he has to make hard choices. There's a part of the movie where they've got this woman, she's like a PR lady, I think, who works for the president. They're in the same room with his wife and his daughter, and Gary Oldman saying, if you don't... Now, he doesn't know Harrison Ford is still on the plane. They think that he's... they don't know where the president's at. They think he is off of it, or something. They think he escaped. But they're basically trying to make the president negotiate from wherever he is. and but they still know somebody else is on the plane. They think it's a Secret Service agent. They're like, either you reveal yourself now, or we're gonna kill this woman. So he's put in this position to make this horrible choice, and he actually makes the right decision, because he doesn't show himself, and the woman dies. And it's like, okay, it's harrowing, it's difficult, but that was the right choice. Good on him. So they've established this about his character, that even in hard decisions, he's uncompromising. Except when you get to about an hour in, he finally does get captured. He's now in the room with his wife and his daughter, and he is told basically the goal of these terrorists is they want the general who led the ultra-nationalists, they want him released. Which, dumb as this is, the idea the movie's trying to sell is that if he's released, then Russia's screwed. And I'm like, okay, releasing one guy is not going to cost your side the entire war. That's kind of stupid, but whatever. We'll accept their word for it, I guess. But you're like, okay, he's now in a position where he's like, you're going to release him, you're going to call the president, you're going to call the leader of Russia, and you're going to have him released, or I'm going to kill your wife or your daughter. How old is Mahler? Mahler's like in his early 30s. 31, 32-ish, I think. So he is in this position where he has to make this terrible choice, and you're like, okay, he's already demonstrated he's willing to make the hard decision. But sure enough, when it's his wife and his daughter, he caves. And the rest of Congress hears this call where he's calling the new leader in Russia and telling him to release this guy. Now, number one, if I'm the guy in Russia, I'm like, look, I'm sorry, I know we're friends, and I know this is your wife and daughter, but there's not a snowflake's chance in hell I'm releasing this guy for that. I mean, I know it's your family, but it's two people versus hundreds of thousands, potentially millions. We're talking about the sovereignty of a whole nation. That would be the realistic response to that request. But Congress hears this, and they're like, the Secretary of Defense is ready to invoke the 25th Amendment, because they're like, look, he's not acting as president right now. He's acting as a father and a husband. Understandable as that is, we need to seize power from him, because he's not acting in the best interest of our country or, for our foreign relations. I'm like, yes, that is 100% correct. And I thought that was the direction they were going, like, wow, he really did just make the wrong choice. That's interesting. I didn't expect it, but that's still pretty interesting. But no, he does this, and then the movie completely glosses over it, because basically he ends up eventually breaking free and stopping they actually get the general to the end of the base. He's about to get out, and Harrison Ford's president gets there just in time to stop his release before he's handed over to his own men. And I'm like, dude, you just risked their sovereignty and foreign relations and all-out war, so many lives, because you did it on the off chance you would stop this. He's getting impeached when this is over. I mean, I was blown away that the movie was trying to portray this as like, oh, he's such a hero, and I'm like, no, he's not a hero. He should be impeached for this. Oh, holy crap. But yeah, I was stunned. I was stunned. And this is one massive issue on top of a bunch of other problems that the movie has, but that in particular stood out to me. I was like, holy crap. That is not okay. Because, like, if you're thinking there's any ambiguity about what will happen to him as president, no. Because, like, okay, so the vice president is played by Glenn Close, and they literally hand her the piece of paper which would sign power away from the president. I think it would go to the Secretary of Defense for that situation. They hand her a piece of paper to sign, and she refuses to sign. So I'm like, okay, well, that's her job too. If she's refusing to sign in this particular situation, her power needs to go too, because she's wrong. And then at the end of the movie, when he saves the day or whatever, she has that piece of paper and she tears it up. So I'm like, okay, symbolically they're saying, well, he saved the day, so everything's fine now. And I was like, nope, that's if anybody got word of that situation in the public, it's like, no, he would be impeached. 100% he would be impeached. And deservedly so. But yeah, I was blown away by that ending, because I was like, that's not how that goes down. Holy crap. But yeah, so... And that's the short version of my take on Air Force One, because that's just the one problem. When's the Gourd King gonna star? When is the Gourd King starting the box office? They can't afford me. Okay, I'm lying. If I got an offer to be in a movie and I was gonna get paid, I'd be in. I mean, for the right payday, there's a lot I would be willing to be in. But I don't think I'm getting any calls. Though, if you notice, a lot of movies have pumpkin cameos. I'm just saying. Everyone is way too good for many movies he plays in. That is accurate. And he's a lot of fun in that movie. Like, I'm not saying Air Force One is unwatchable. I would not say the movie is unwatchable. It is entertaining. For that first hour is very entertaining. It's just any thought whatsoever put into what happens, you're like, oh, this isn't really that happy of an ending. I mean, great, yes, happy that his wife, he saved his wife and his daughter, that's good, and yes, he stopped the thing from happening, but, he's still not president when he gets back home. He's the best part of the Harry Potter series. I don't necessarily disagree with that. It ain't Voldemort. And I'm a huge Ralph Fiennes fan, but I think that one of the biggest weaknesses of the Harry Potter movies, like, it's okay. Ralph Fiennes' Voldemort is great in Goblet of Fire. That is what I wanted to see out of Voldemort. It's like, okay, design-wise, I still would have gone with the slit eyes. I think that would be a really cool look, but they didn't. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I really love his version of Voldemort in the fourth movie. I think Goblet of Fire is the best Harry Potter movie. But when David Yates took over the franchise with Order of the Phoenix, I think everything went downhill. I don't hate the movies after that, but I think the movies get significantly worse, and one of the things that gets worse is Voldemort becomes very hammy after Goblet of Fire. He gets very hammy. Like, I really did not like their version of Voldemort after Goblet of Fire. I said Prisoner of Azkaban was the best. I said Prisoner of Azkaban might be objectively the best movie, but if I just said Goblet of Fire is the best, I meant to say it was my favorite. It actually still has an argument for being the best, but I go back and forth between those two. Because Prisoner of Azkaban has problems too. The time turner thing is kind of retarded, but I think there's an argument Goblet of Fire actually is still the best one. But it's between those two. The larger narrative has been that Prisoner of Azkaban is the best one. I might agree with that, but I'm not sure. But Goblet of Fire is absolutely my favorite. Like, without question. That one's actually been my favorite kind of the whole time. How does a classical romance film with co-star Jenna Ortega sound? Thing is, well, look, Jenna Ortega is a very attractive young lady. But she's significantly younger than me, too. She is significantly younger than me. I think that's more the movie you want to be in with her. Chamber of Secrets. I like Chamber of Secrets. I think Chamber of Secrets is pretty solid. If you actually go by strict book adaptations, it's arguably the best one. As far as, like, in the adaptive sense, it doesn't leave a lot out. I'd have to think about it, but I don't remember anything especially important from the book that's not in that movie. I probably should be paying more attention to these hands, but I haven't been. I haven't been at all. So, whatever. We'll just throw it. Put me in, coach. I'll star in it for $0. He's like, I'm just in it for the romance pot. What did you think of Order of the Phoenix? It's entertaining, but it's arguably the worst one. It's probably my least favorite. Chamber has a few more issues than people. Oh no, Chamber of Secrets. All of the Harry Potter movies have a fair number of issues, including Chamber of Secrets. I think those are just the larger issues in the Harry Potter story as a whole. I actually won that hand. Interesting. Interesting. But as far as like an adaptation of a book, they don't leave a ton out. But yeah, it's like Harry Potter's plot in general has holes. But I like it. I mean, I don't dislike any of the movies. But I do think that Order of the Phoenix is probably the worst one. It cuts so much out. Ditto's Part 1 is probably worse than Order of the Phoenix, though. I guess for me, the hard part... the hard part for me with saying Deathly Hallows is worse... I mean, there's a sense in which you're right, because it doesn't stand on its own at all. It absolutely requires the movie that came after. It's hard for me mentally, though, to separate those two movies. So I tend to like it more than Order of the Phoenix, because I tend to just watch that alongside Deathly Hallows Part 2. Now, Deathly Hallows Part 2 also has plenty of problems. Especially the ending. The ending of that movie is kind of terrible. But as a whole, Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2 put together is, I think, significantly stronger than Order of the Phoenix, which, again, Order of the Phoenix just cuts out so much stuff. Yeah, Voldemort's death scene is awful. That whole scene is terrible. Like, and it sucks is a lot of the movie was pretty strong up to the point where they bring Harry back in Hagrid's arms where everyone thinks he's dead. It kind of falls apart after that. I really like Half-Blood Prince. I think Half-Blood Prince, that's the other one I would like. Okay, there's three movies that are in the argument for worst Harry Potter movie. That's one of them. Because I think they botched so much about that movie. I think Half-Blood Prince is probably slightly better than Order of the Phoenix, but they botched Dumbledore's death, the aftermath of his death. Ginny and Harry's romance it begins to be botched right there. It's botched all the way, but it really is bad in that. There is a lot I like about that movie too, but Half-Blood Prince, I have a lot of issues with that movie. A lot. And that's the other issue, Hosey. I'm with you. Half-Blood Prince is actually probably my favorite of the books. It's definitely the fastest one. It's one that I got through reading the fastest. I read Half-Blood Prince in one day. I read that entire book in one day. I really enjoyed it. That was a excellent page turner. But yeah, the movie was... They messed so much of it up. They messed so much of that movie up. I'm going to convert this into a jack. So Jenna's too young, sounds like Linda Hamilton could go... Linda Hamilton, I think, is further away from me in age. So disgusting, how dare you? Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's quite a bit older than me by comparison. They actually filmed a cut where Voldemort slumps over dead, but they cut it out in favor of the stupid Thanos. Yeah, ugh. His death is terrible. Like, that whole scene is terrible. Like, why did... I mean... I remember seeing... Like, enjoying that movie so much... up to the point they brought him back, and then when they started having the big fight in the school... Well, the second part of the fight in the school, I was like, okay, it's not... I know you're messing with me. I thought my sarcasm at the matter was pretty evident. But... Yeah, mostly having a good time, but then when they started doing the fight in the school, I was like, okay, they're adding a lot to this, because if you I mean, or at least they're changing a lot about this, because obviously in the book, when Harry is brought back, pretty much all the rest of it happens in the school, including Voldemort and Harry's last duel, which there's more dialogue around it. I mean, there's a conversation between the two characters, which is really good. I really liked the conversation between them. I liked that Harry, kind of publicly revealed that, Snape was on their side. Like, all of that, I was like, yeah, this is good stuff. I really liked it. And then the movie, they just got rid of all of that. They're just, we're going to have a solo duel where nobody's watching, so that when Dumbledore, or when Voldemort dies, nobody's there to see it. So there's no reaction to it. It is so anticlimactic, and I was like, who thought this was a good idea to do this way? Why on earth would you finish your movie like this? It's so dumb. Yeah, that made no sense whatsoever. Harry should have been a Slytherin, changed my mind. I mean, I don't mind that he wasn't a Slytherin, just because I like the whole idea of, like, choice being a factor, but you could argue just as well that Snape should have been a Gryffindor. Right, so... Which that... Put that... Money! But yeah, David Yates, I strongly contend David Yates is the worst thing to ever happen to the Harry Potter franchise. He is the worst thing. I will never understand why they handed him the reins to the whole thing from Order of the Phoenix on, when he very clearly directed the worst film. Never will understand that. That should have been anticlimactic, but in a different way. Voldemort dies like a man. He doesn't make a way to... Yeah, it's like, well, it's not the manner in which he dies that bothers me. It's the fact that nobody's there. So there's, like, no release. There's no catharsis. Like, I was just talking about this after Niat's stream. Me, Niat, Leon, and Jedi Brooks we all talked till like 3 in the morning, our time, at least my time, and I brought up that I had rewatched Apollo 13 over the weekend, and one of the most remarkable things about Apollo 13 is just the absolute catharsis of that ending. Because the whole movie, it's just this thing goes wrong, that thing goes wrong, this thing... I mean, just so much is going wrong. And you're getting to that ending and you're like, you don't know what's going to happen. You genuinely have no idea. At least, I mean, from a story perspective, you're like, okay, what's going to happen here? And just that release at the end where they hear the voices of the astronauts again. Oh, it is so good. It is just so masterfully done, the way they show everybody react to it and everything. I mean, you talk about one of the most uplifting moments in the history of cinema, right there. It's so well done. Like, I go back and forth with Ron Howard's movies between Cinderella Man and Apollo 13 for which is better and which I like more, because that's a close one. And I'm like, that should have been what happened at the end of Harry Potter, as far as like the emotional aspect. That's what should have happened at the end. It should have been this massive emotional release, like, oh my gosh. Like, because you get all this buildup over 8 movies of just how dangerous and evil and how much destruction Voldemort has caused. And you're like, okay, Harry beating Voldemort should be, as the book portrayed, this moment where there's this brief silence, like, oh my gosh, he's dead, and then just everything erupts after that. Like, oh my gosh, we actually won. That's how that should have gone down. That's 100% how the end of that movie should have gone down. But yeah, it's... Ugh, what a letdown the movie is on that front. Read, listened to the books 3 times. The entire thing could be done in long-form art anime version. Studio Ghibli couldn't make it for the rest of their lives and just follow the books. I'd prefer that over what HBO or what they're doing. Probably be better than that. I don't have a lot of hope for that. Yeah, Mike Newell or Alfonso Cuarón would have been much better choices too. Like, I'm guessing Alfonso Cuarón probably wouldn't have wanted to do it. I don't think that was likely something he wanted to do for like the rest of his career or for a long portion of his career. So I doubt he would want to, but I would have at least asked. I would have been very interested to see what he would do with the series as opposed to what freaking David Yates did. Exactly 4 cards. That actually works good for my 2 pairs. Alright. But I actually have to have 4 cards, so... Get the color shading better. Yeah, well, I think Columbus's color shading works for the early movies, because they're much more kid-friendly. I don't mind the color grading changing to something a little bit more dour after that. That's fine. I'm okay with that. But they, hang on, sorry. It's the rest of the movie that I have so many problems with. She got my reviews. I did. You should have gotten notifications. I left likes on them. Shame on most of the cast turning on JK other than Draco. I 100% agree. Like I said on Twitter, Draco turned out to be more of a Gryffindor than the entire rest of that cast. Maybe Children of Men right after that. If he works on Harry Potter, no Children of Men. Yep. So I'm saying, it's like I don't want Alfonso on Children of Men. Or on Harry Potter, because I'd rather him be on Children of Men. It's better that way. That's a solid card if we want to skip. If you want to skip them blinds. Skip over them blinds. Glass, second tier. Maybe if I should include spoilers for my 28 Years Later review. I mean, you can. Go for it. You know that at the end of the review there's a checkbox for spoiler warnings. Okay, let's see. I don't know why I didn't just use that. Convert everything to spades. Okay, solid. Wow, that was nothing. Jeez. Okay, I'm gonna have to use some discards then. I pester everybody people after my review. Potentially, but I mean, a lot of people on that. I mean, here's the way I would do it. I would check how many people have actually reviewed the movie, because there's a lot of reviews pouring in for it right now. If it's a ton, I wouldn't worry about it. I'd go for it. Gosh, I've got no freaking face cards. This is really aggravating. Gosh, come on. Give me something. Work with me, game. My flush is at level 3, the 2 pair is better, so... Alright. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have enough. Although, could do a flush here. Oh shoot, I didn't touch... Dang it, I messed that up. Oh, phooey. Yeah, I messed that one up. I just picked the wrong card. Like a dunce. Seen the first 3 Harry Potter movies, should I watch those? Yeah, they're all worth watching. They're worth watching. It's a fun series. I mean, they're not great movies, but they're fun. They're entertaining. I think they get progressively... I just think there's... The first 4 movies, I think, are mostly better than the last 4. I thought it was interesting just to see how they transformed the books, but I wouldn't pay for it if you can avoid it. Yeah, I wouldn't, like... I mean, like, if you can just find those streaming or whatever, I'd do it that way. Hang on. I'm going to the... Shoot, I didn't mean to go main run. It's main menu. I'm curious if anything unlocked. Nope, nothing unlocked. Let's see. I'm looking at my stats, challenges, but because I finally, let's see, watch those over the weekend, and I get why people like them. They are fun to watch. HBO Max, all yeah. If you can just go ahead and watch them that way, yeah, watch them that way. They're fun. They're fun movies. Win a run with at least 5 different decks in order to unlock challenge mode. Okay, well, tell you what, we'll try one more mode to get through challenge mode. How about that? Start with an extra $10. Start with an extra $10. You know what? Let's try to do it in 12 rounds. We'll do one more round, then we'll be done. Okay, multiplier cards. Increases the rank, blah blah blah. Minecraft is now on HBO Max. Kind of like the world building more than I like the movies, but it's, yeah. That's kind of part of the major appeal of those movies, is the world building is pretty strong. I'm gonna play this one. What gets me is finding out how many actors so strongly load their jobs by the end of the show that made them super rich and yeah. Oh, by the end of, oh, you mean by the show, you obviously, yeah, you mean like all the movies when they were done, yeah. The funny thing is, a lot of those people, especially the younger actors, wouldn't be where they are if not for JK. Just saying. It's like, oh, Emma. You know, like, the really funny thing to think about is everyone thought Emma Watson was going to be the one out of the main trio that would have the longest career because she's good looking. And you could argue she had her character down fastest. But what's funny is she never developed a second dimension. So out of those 3, she's arguably the worst actor. She's arguably the worst actor out of all 3 of them. Because now, granted, Rupert Grint's not in a lot of stuff. He's not in that much. But he's had little bit parts here and there. Daniel Radcliffe, on the other end, has actually developed some range. He can act. He actually can, for real, act. Like, there's a reason why he's kind of developed a career for himself since then. Whereas Emma Watson's pretty much done at this point. You'll probably see her here and there. Maybe one day she'll have a career resurgence, but I think after Beauty and the Beast, everyone realized this girl doesn't really have much beyond just... she can play Hermione. That's about all she can do. She Hermione's pretty well. Whereas, like, someone like, yeah, Daniel Radcliffe, he's actually able to do some stuff. As long as you can say the N word, he can act. That's the problem. None of them are really allowed to anymore, are they? This doesn't help me at all. Heck, these 2 practically are copies of each other, so... Suck it, onk. Have you seen the Netflix Dahmer series with Evan Peters? No, I haven't watched that. No records from a lot of movies? Yeah. Have you seen... let's see. She's in her 30s now. The Wall is undefeated. Yeah. And we're not just talking about the Pink Floyd album. Earn $4 if the poker hand is a high card. Oh, high card! Give me my $4. That's what I thought. It's my $4. Alright. She's a pretty lady, but she is so yeah. Yeah, I gave Beauty and the Beast a watch, and I was like, this isn't very good. What do you think of the comic book movie Kick-Ass? I've only watched it once. I remember thinking it was pretty decent, but a little overrated at the same time. Like, I think it's fine. I think the movie's fine, but, you know, it's one of those movies that got built up as this, like, really great movie. And I was like, it's good. I like it. I wasn't, like, blown away. It was fine. Try to build up a little bit more. Alright, so we got 1, 2, 3. Check this out. Look at that. A nice royal flush just for me. The game's like, how dare you? I need to watch Scott Pilgrim again. I freaking love Scott Pilgrim. I think Scott Pilgrim's awesome. I think that's a dang good movie. Let's see. We're a little redundant on the two pairs, but then again, this is better than this, so we'll take this. That's a good card. I like it. Okay, so got a full house right out of the gate. And we got some nice money for that boss blind. I'm gonna ditch that. I'm gonna take that. Let's see what we get out of this pack. Yeah, that's not bad. It's objectively better than this one. I'm going to... Well, flush actually is going to help us too, so it's flushes and two pairs, so I'll take that. And we'll just build on it over time. When cards appear 2 times more, free winner. There was a Yu-Gi-Oh! Called War of the Roses on PS2 that reminds me a lot of this. Oh, really? Interesting. -1 hand size. It's not a bad boss, but... Why is Balatro's soundtrack so addictive and smoothing? Right? I love it too. It's fantastic. It's kind of amazing. I think I gotta be careful about how many of these hands I play. So which is more of a... I'll play this one, skip the next one, play the next one. And we'll start skipping these blinds. Although also here we go. Let's create an extra heart out of that. There we go. That's pretty good. I'm cracking open a beer. Sounds good. Should I watch the Tetris movie with Taylor Anderson? Yes. 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 1,000 times yes. That is the best movie about... That's the best movie where the category of video games is part of it. Tetris is freaking awesome. Have you played Cyberpunk? Not extensively yet, though I will at some point. But I have not yet. Converts all cards to a single suit. If it's hearts, it's good. That's not bad. I can deal with that, because this card makes that better. But dude, Tetris. Oh, Tetris is so good. I love Tetris. It is. It's a great corporate espionage thriller. It's just a dang good movie. It's like The Social Network, but for video games. Even considered a true video game adaptation. It's not a video game adaptation. You can't adapt Tetris into a story. But it's not even so much about the making of Tetris. It's more about how Tetris got here in the first place. But dude, Tetris is awesome. That was one of the best movies of that year. No question. I love Tetris. Okay, clues. Increase rank. There was a Tetris video game with a story mode. Was there? What the heck for? What the heck would they do that for? I could put that there. You're not supposed to bring a hooker to a church. Something about the sweat on the pews, I guess? There's also a movie about Minecraft. Don't make it right. Yes. Minecraft the movie is worse than that book that also has mine in it. Air was pretty cool. Yeah, I liked Air. Air was good. Air was good. I dug it. Ooh, that's not good. Okay. Let's be careful here. We want these. I'll take the full house. Alright, let's see. What are we at on certain suits? Well, that's right. All the black cards actually are going to play the same, so... Emily Blunt or Florence Pugh... Emily Blunt. Better looking and better actress. And I'm fine with Florence Pugh. I don't have anything against her. I think she's fine, but... Started as one of Kevin Smith's ESQ regulars. Got more serious roles, produces, writes, and directs his own movies. And he's a much better director than he is an actor. He's gotten better as an actor at the very least. I appreciate that he's honed his craft, but I would still say he is a better... he's a better director. Florence Pugh, racist. No, it's fine. We're gonna ditch the two-pair one. We're gonna go with the money card. Sergeant Care Bear. That's quite a name. And welcome. How you doing? Good to see you. Appreciate you joining us. Yeah, we're on our probably the last ante I'm gonna try for today. What's Ben Affleck's best movie? Are we referring to movies he starred in or directed? Because if it's movies he starred in, I mean, it's got to be Gone Girl. If it's movies he starred in, it has to be Gone Girl. Do you like the Jason Bourne franchise? I like some of the Jason Bourne franchise. Some of it's a bit wonky. It has issues. This game is so addicting, I don't know why. Dude, you don't have to tell me, man. I only started playing this game when they made it free on... Made it one of the free PS Plus games. I only just started playing it then. On my other PlayStation account, I have put well over 100 hours into it since in the last like 2 months. It's very addictive. And it's challenging too. That's part of the other thing I like about it. It's a very challenging game. So yeah, I feel you there, man. The only one I've seen of his as a director is Argo. I would say The Town is better, but let's see, what all has he directed? I'm trying to think of. I know The Town, I know Argo. Which I thought Argo was fine. I didn't love Argo. I kind of thought it was a one and done movie, but it was fine. Oh yeah, we're totally. Yeah, these are pretty good. They're both pretty good. We're gonna get there. Gone Baby Gone. Oh, okay, Gone Baby Gone's his best one. Dude, Gone Baby Gone is so freaking good. I love Gone Baby Gone. That is a really good movie. By the way, his brother, better actor. Nothing against Ben, but brother's the better actor. We'll go bonus on the club cards. Probably start converting some of those clubs if we have to. Ah, a negative Joker. Nice. Let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3. I'm trying to get the platinum trophy as well. Some of the achievements. Yeah, I've got, like, on one of my other profiles, I've gotten all but about 6 or 7 of the trophies, but yeah, like, the latter ones, like the completionist trophies, man, they are rough. And I've still not beat a purple stakes run. Thank you, Waylon. Yeah, it's Casey Affleck. That's his brother. Dude, you want to watch a movie that will just emotionally drain you and possibly dehydrate you from tearing up? Watch Casey Affleck in Manchester by the Sea. That movie will freaking wreck you. Like, that movie is just a gut punch. Okay, good. We can do a flush here. Okay, that's solid. Definitely want to lean more club. Well, of course, we've only got one club. Of course. Yeah, Sergeant Carey. Yeah, it is tough to platinum this game. I have seen videos about platinum this. They're like, dude, it takes a long time. You just gotta buckle down and be patient, because it's gonna take a while and it's gonna be taxing. I'm like, all right, I'm down. Like, there will probably be a point in this particular series I'm doing where I'll take a break from this to do something else and then come back to this periodically. And maybe do some of it offline as I'm working my way towards the harder trophies. Ouch. Let's see. Which is better poker hands, 2 pair, flush, or straight? It kind of depends on... I mean, okay, if we're talking straight poker... If we're just talking a regular game of poker, flush is stronger than straight, then 2 pairs. 2 pairs is the second most common type of hand. But in Balatro terms, of course, having a common hand can actually work very much to your advantage. Now, like, I'll be honest, some of the runs I've watched online, a lot of them lean towards doing, like, converting your hand as much as you can to the same suit and the same card, and just going that way. So that opens up the possibilities of flushes, straight flushes, 5 of a kind flush, all these weird hands that in real poker wouldn't exist, but in this game do. But there's one guy on YouTube who let me look him up real quick. I've got him right here. It's called Raffle Light. I don't know if you've heard of him. I'll go ahead and spell his name out in the chat for you. He's good with watching for strategy. This guy, Raffle Light. There might be a space between those, but I think it's just one. But he's good to watch if you're wanting to find good strategy. Okay, we're gonna skip here, here, and there. Alright. But, yeah, he's got good stuff. Alright. We're gonna take a risk. Not great. Oof. Okay, so we're gonna discard this. Oh, no problem, man. No problem. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna discard again. So if we're gonna have a real shot at this, we're gonna have to play our flushes. And that's a solid one to start with. Gosh, I'd really wish we could find one with a lot of clubs. That would be really good. That would help us a lot. I probably shouldn't have even taken that risk with the other hand, but it's a done deal. We did it already, so that's worth 15. I don't want to get rid of those cards, but I've got 2 face cards, so we want to hang on to at least 3 here. We're going to hang on to our clubs, of course. So we'll ditch these. Didn't get anything really out of that. Again, we still have 2. Oh, let's get rid of this 2. Snyderbots are so unhinged they're trying to boycott everything post-Snyderverse in the hopes that they'll get gun-free. Oh, they're so funny. They're an adorable little crowd of people, aren't they? Oh shoot, I don't have any more discards. No. Okay. There we go. Not great. Gosh, if we could get more clubs of it. And of course, yeah, with all that conversion to hearts and all that, yeah, it's probably not gonna go well. Let's see what this gets. Not bad, but not great. Didn't quite make it on that one. Ah, well. Well, anyway, everybody, appreciate y'all joining me. This was a lot of fun, as always. Next Balatro stream will be next week on Monday. I might even do 3 next week, because as far as I know right now, I don't have anything scheduled stream-wise other than Niats on Sunday, which, you know, I don't play this on Sunday anyway. But whenever the game gives you face-down round, I would sort the hand on rank and wait to see where the cards go and take my best guess at sometimes. I probably should have sorted based on soup. Yeah, like I said, I didn't think that that first discard through well enough. That was on me. But anyway, yeah, appreciate y'all joining me. This was fun. Making sure I'm trying to remember if I have any. I don't think I have anything scheduled coming up anytime super duper soon other than more of these. And be on the lookout on my main channel, which is at PapaPumpkin42, where my Predator Killer Killers video will be dropping hopefully in the next week or 2. But anyway, y'all have yourselves a good night. God bless and Gourd Speed.